for you to say goodbye to your out of shape, soft looking body and hello to your new lean and muscular body. Not only that, I'm gonna show you how to do it without starving yourself, and I'm gonna reduce your cardio down to almost nothing. That sound good? I thought it might. Now, after helping thousands of guys shed off that soft outer layer of fat, get rid of their bellies, and ultimately replace what they see in the mirror with something that they're proud of, patterns quickly started to emerge from the emails and the questions that they would leave on social medias. When it comes to their workouts, I would hear, should I lift heavy or should I lift light? Or how many days a week should I work out? Or how often should I do cardio? How often should I hit abs? I don't only want to put on muscle and end up looking bigger. I want to lean down my body and get my muscles showing, not just get super skinny. Then when it comes to their diet, I hear, Vince, no matter how low I drop my calories, even if I only eat chicken, I don't lose any weight. I literally feel like I'm starving half the time, drained from my workouts, yet see no physical change in the mirror. Or I hear, Vince, when I first started dieting, I would drop a few pounds on the scale, and then the second that I would start eating normally again, since all these diets are so restrictive and you can't stick to them, I gain it all back, if not more. If I had a nickel for every single time I heard that story, I'd be a very wealthy man. I actually heard a very similar story from my dad, saying he would just try to eat salads as much as he could and then go to the gym and ride the bike or jog on the treadmill for an hour every night, 5 nights a week, and still not lose any kind of weight. And he literally told me a couple weeks back that he had almost given up, that he was just going to have to accept that he'd be overweight the rest of his life. I think he said 250 was the exact number that he could never break, and he's 6 foot. Today, he's down to 200 pounds. He's in better shape than he graduated high school at, and let me tell you, he loves it. He's literally a new person now. There is nothing more disheartening than to be on that never-ending cycle of diets that leave you hungry and endless cardio and never even getting close to the results that you want. But it doesn't have to be that way. And by the end of this video, it flat out won't be that way for you ever again. But you are going to have to pay attention and make the simple changes that I suggest in this video. Hopefully the info that I'm about to give you will help you realize that it's not your fault. Never has been. We've been tricked by mainstream media to allow all these fad diets that don't work. And most importantly, I hope I help you realize that with just a few minor changes, you can fix it and you can start seeing fast, consistent progress in the mirror and on the scale. How our other guys have been able to achieve changing their bodies from something that they're embarrassed by to something that they're truly proud of was actually much easier than you think. And I'd like to share how to make that a reality with you right now. But before I do, how do I even know it's so easy? Well, I'm a world famous fitness model now. I'm a certified trainer and the author of 6 of the best-selling fitness programs on the market today. And I've had the privilege of sharing these exact secrets that I'm about to share with you with literally thousands of men around the world. And I've gotten to watch firsthand as they have made incredible weight loss transformations by only changing these few things. Like most well-intentioned guys, you've probably been misled towards these solutions that have given you subpar results. You've tried cutting your calories and your carbs, basically starving yourself so that your body would eat away at your fat, right? Which only resulted in you getting moodier and feeling weaker and binge eating and gaining any weight that you might have lost right back every time. And you've probably been convinced that you're gonna have to do hours and hours of cardio for the rest of your life, which lasted about a week, because why wouldn't it? Nobody has the time or the drive to jog or bike in one spot at one pace for an hour every single day, only to end up getting disappointed at the lack of results you see in the mirror after all that effort. Or you could have even tried all these different fat burner pills, fat burning liquids that promise you the world, but actually just ended up in you losing a couple hundred or even couple thousand of dollars with literally nothing to show for your hard-earned money that you've now wasted. Trust me, we get literally thousands of emails from guys just like you who have also been fooled into thinking that these solutions would work, and they feel depressed and they feel confused. All they wanted was to be able to drop that number on the scale, keep it off for good, and just be proud of the way that they look in the mirror. Everybody deserves that. Instead, they're left spinning their wheels, wondering why, no matter what they try, they still see no results. It's flat out demoralizing. That sound like you? Well, if it does, let's put a stop to that. Let's jump into these tips and get you on the right path right now. And listen, you're going to want to write these down. I'm about to share a few things that I want you to start doing today. And if you do, I guarantee that you will see a drastic change on the scale and in the mirror this week. They are that effective. And you can actually consider yourself pretty lucky because your body type and fitness goal of just dropping weight is one of the easiest to see fast results. Your clothes are going to fit better. You'll see changes in the mirror almost immediately, and you will for sure see a smaller number when you step on the scale just by changing these few but incredibly effective tweaks to your strategy. All right, you ready? Here they are. The first thing I need you to do is stop starving yourself. Like I just said, it's become all too common nowadays to just believe that as long as you lower your intake of calories, you lose weight. And the issue, other than the fact that you just simply can't stick to that, and I know that because of the number of clients I've helped who were in that exact position before this, is that it's true to a degree. If you are in what is known as a caloric deficit, meaning your daily caloric expenditure through rest and activity is higher than your intake, you will lose weight. Some call this calories in versus calories out. And it's true to a degree. But the second you take that deficit too far and you restrict your body of essential nutrients for too long, which is what most people think that they need to do when they start dieting, things take a turn for the worse. And this is when and why you experience a weight loss plateau and end up quitting. What happens is when you eat food, there's a hormone release called leptin. And this is what you could call your fat burning hormone. Its primary responsibility is to tell your brain that you are getting enough nutrients throughout the day to continue burning calories efficiently. But then another one of its most important roles is to tell you that you are full, because on the other side of it, there's a hormone in your body called ghrelin, and it has the complete opposite effect on your body. Not only does it promote fat storage, but ghrelin is commonly referred to as the hunger hormone, meaning whenever you have feelings of hunger throughout the day, that's because your body has been producing too much ghrelin and too little leptin. So when this happens, not only do you get excruciating feelings of hunger, almost painful sometimes, but your metabolism slows down and your fat storage goes through the roof. And this is why it feels like every single time you eat, it just gets stored as fat in all the wrong places, because it is. And this is also why whenever you start dieting, you lose a couple of pounds in the beginning, but then you hit a wall, and then you binge eat, and you gain it all back, if not more. And I say if not more, due to your metabolism being slowed down even more, because one of the main benefits of leptin is a boost in your metabolic rate. But when you decrease the rate of production for the hormone responsible for telling your brain that you're getting enough calories to continue burning calories, your metabolic rate slows down, and you start burning less and less calories every single day from the exact same amount of activity. This is when you find yourself basically working out to not gain weight rather than actually seeing significant weight loss. Because let me tell you, your brain is not worried about losing 20 pounds and looking good with your shirt off or fitting into your pants. It's worried about surviving. And if there's a shock to your system where you're not getting the nutrients you need every day, it goes into what is known as starvation mode. And this is what makes you think that you have bad genetics. It's not your genetics. When really, you just have an imbalance of hormones that can be reset quite easily, and which I'm going to get to here in a second. But aside from all that sciencey stuff, let's say that we're in some magical world where starvation diets did work, okay? Not eating food is just not sustainable. I know it's not, you know it's not. We all love food. We all get cravings. We all get asked to go out to eat with our friends or our family every once in a while, have a beer with the guys. So in order to enjoy life without the frustration of weighing 3 more pounds the next day, I'm going to recommend to you what I've recommended to thousands of other people who were once in your exact shoes. It's called carb cycling, and it's been scientifically proven to be one of the most efficient, but most importantly, one of the healthiest ways to reduce body fat fast. If you've ever been searching for that magic bullet for rapid weight loss, this is as close as you're gonna get, and it's annoyingly easy. What it does is trick your body into mobilizing the fat from your most stubborn areas for energy while boosting your metabolism. And how does it do that? I'm glad you asked. So, your body has two main fuel sources. First are carbs, second are fats. Well, when your carbs are depleted, meaning there's none left in your tank, you've used them all up through activity or whatever, your body starts using up your fat for fuel. Now, you might be thinking, great, well, I'm never eating carbs again. Well, the issue is, if you leave your carbs depleted for too long, you start producing less and less leptin and your metabolism slows down, and you not only stop burning fat, but you start storing more from whatever you eat. So to fix this on both ends, what carb cycling does is takes you through a series of low or no carb, moderate carb, and high carb days throughout the week with specific amounts of carbs depending on your body and goal. So on the low or no carb days and moderate carb days, your body basically grabs from your fat stores for energy. But on the high carb day, you produce an overload of leptin from the pastas and the mashed potatoes that you're eating, therefore skyrocketing your metabolism for a few days, only to drop back to low carb and in turn start burning calories from fat even faster. And don't worry, this sounds way more difficult than it actually is. Our past clients have been blown away by how easy and enjoyable this method really is to implement into their busy schedules. And I say enjoyable for two reasons. One, because obviously because of the weight loss that they experience, but two, because of how full they actually feel all the time. And hang on, I already know you're doubting me saying feeling full all the time, and why shouldn't you? You've probably never been on a diet that actually leaves you full. And with that being said, it's time for tip number 2. It's time for you to actually start feeling satiated throughout the day, and that is by increasing your fat intake, which is also the backbone behind burning fat. And now before you freak out, contrary to popular belief due to outdated research, fats are crucial for weight loss, not only because they've proven to slow digestion in your small intestine and curb your appetite, leaving you feeling fuller, but without them, you will always struggle to see any kind of consistent fat loss. You see, aside from fats being the just cornerstone behind vitamin and mineral absorption, which is crucial for weight loss and just overall health, they are also responsible for providing the right kind of calories that your body needs to burn fat. And research has shown that dietary fat helps break down existing fat, your stubborn fat, by activating the fat burning pathways in your liver. This means that you can start getting rid of your stubborn belly fat or your lower back fat or whatever you've always struggled with by simply introducing fats to your diet. Now, this doesn't mean go and eat a bunch of pizzas and french fries. That's not what I'm saying. But foods like steak or whole eggs and fish and avocado and nuts should be included in your meal plan every single day. And similar to carb cycling, your fat intake will fluctuate depending on your carb intake. With lower carbs, you'll have more fats to speed up the fat burn on those days and also keep you from craving foods. But if you're not going low carb, for example, high carb, you have to be careful about how many fats you eat, seeing as how their caloric density is over twice as much as carbs or protein, so you can very easily eat just too many total calories. And aside from that, it's actually beneficial to your body to have less fats on high carb days because leptin responds best to high carb, low fat meals. So you get the fat burn and the boost in your metabolism. Now, I'm trying to pack as much into this short presentation as I can, but if you're wanting more info on exactly how to carb cycle and how many and what kind of fats that you should be having every single day, where I break it down step by step so that even someone who has never dieted a day in their life can understand, I have something special for you at the end of this video, so stay tuned. But let's get into the final tip right now because I know you're gonna like this one. My dad definitely did. I mean, everybody does because everybody hates cardio. It's not fun, it's exhausting, it's hard on your joints when you're overweight, it's overwhelming to even think about doing it every day or even Monday through Friday. And for the results, or I should say lack thereof, it's just not worth it, which is probably why you've never found any kind of satisfaction from your cardiovascular exercise. And the thought of going from what you're doing right now to, like I said, daily cardio, well, let's be honest, you know that you're probably not going to last through the first week or two. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video right now. But what if I said that you never have to do daily cardio again or even traditional cardio at all ever again? And to clarify, traditional cardio is what you see people doing every single time you walk into the gym. People going at one steady pace for anywhere from 30 to 60 minutes. This can be jogging on the treadmill, climbing the Stairmaster, riding the bike, doing the elliptical, any of it. say goodbye to all of that for good if you want. Why? Because aside from the fact that you would end up absolutely hating the gym and sooner rather than later just stop going, there's just better options. I mean, let's be real. How can someone expect you to go from very little or maybe even no cardio every week to daily cardio or even 5 times a week? It's not realistic. I've been doing this too long just to believe that you'll change your workout habits that drastically forever, just like that in the blink of an eye. You need to dip your foot in, test the waters, do something that will prove it gets results, and when and if that happens, then you'll be a little more motivated to really invest. So let me ask you this. If there was a way to only spend, say, 45 minutes a week doing cardio total, but you would burn calories 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from just that 45 minutes, therefore resulting in more than double the amount of calories burned in less than half the time, would you be interested? Because something I preach about to our clients is working smarter and not harder, and this is a perfect example. So let me explain your new secret weapon for torching fat. I want you to start doing a special type of cardio, but most importantly, I only want you to do it 3 days a week for 15 minutes a day. Like I said, that's 45 minutes a week total, that's it. And if you start doing this, you will see changes on the scale and in the mirror literally this week. It's that powerful. It's a type of cardio called HIIT. It stands for high intensity interval training. And this is, I guess you could say, the industry cheat code that all the biggest names use to drop their body fat incredibly fast while preserving muscle and keep it off year round. You see, most people think that the leanest guys in the world, fitness models, athletes, bodybuilders, do tons and tons of cardio every day. And it's quite the opposite. They typically spend less time doing cardio than your average Joe. They just do it right. But now, let me explain why HIIT training is so amazing. HIIT training is an anaerobic activity, meaning it targets fat cells and shuttles them across the cell membrane and uses them for energy. And in this metabolic process, your body uses your oxygen stores. Now, the cool thing about your body using these oxygen stores is that it then has to replenish those oxygen stores, and your body burns calories the entire time it takes to do this, which, like I said, can take up to 48 hours. Therefore, for a simple 15-minute HIIT session, you can burn fat calories for up to 2 days through a process called the afterburn effect. But not all HIIT training is created equal. To get the benefits of the afterburn effect, you need to do certain HIIT workouts at certain intervals on certain days, and if you don't do the right ones on the right days, you're pretty much just wasting your time because you won't get that afterburn effect that burns fat literally 24/7. So here in a second, I'm going to give you access to what I consider the very best and easiest HIIT workouts for someone looking to lose weight fast. These are guaranteed to give you incredible fat loss results in the shortest period of time. Like I said, we're talking 15-minute cardio workouts 3 times per week. That's it. And you can do these with certain high intensity exercises like a battle rope or burpees or jump lunges, stuff like that. So if you absolutely dread treadmills, be done with them. Because I don't know about you, but wasting hours of my day on boring cardio machines is not my idea of fun, and I doubt it is for you either. So I know you'll love these HIIT workouts. Now, those 3 things are just a few of my secret weapons that will allow you to finally actually see fast and consistent weight loss. And if you combine those with a solid training program geared specifically for losing weight, it's game over. You'll be dropping body fat so fast, it'll blow your mind with how easy it really is. And look, I know that was a lot of information, and I told you I'd be showing you where you can find more info on not only these 3 tips, but so much more. So if those tips got you fired up, but maybe left you wanting more or confused on exactly how to put them in action, I'd like to help you automate all of this so that you'll finally be able to get rid of that excess weight that you've been carrying around for years and with ease. Let me introduce you to our Fat Loss Extreme program. It's the complete fat loss and muscle building solution that will allow you to drop fat while adding lean muscle in a matter of just a few short weeks. If you've ever wanted to have a lean body that you're truly proud of, but couldn't figure out how to get there or even just stay there, Fat Loss Extreme just became your new Bible. Here's a sneak peek of what you could find inside. You'll find an easy to follow, step-by-step carb cycling and flexible dieting fat loss strategy, which will help because, well, these 2 dieting strategies drop weight and strip fat incredibly fast and allow you to keep it off without starving you without making you give up the foods you love and without getting frustrated at the lack of results in the mirror. So not only do you lose as much fat as you want, but you'll easily keep it off this time with less effort. And then in addition to showing you how to create your own diet, we also included 6 different sample meal plans for you to choose from. So if you're, say, too busy to create your own from scratch with our instructions, don't worry. You can simply pick one of our templates and adjust it to your liking. And then you'll also find a 90-day maximum fat loss training program that we've organized beautifully with a 90-day calendar where you click which day of the plan you're on and it shows you what exercises to do with videos of every single exercise, how many reps, sets, rest, and to top it all off, there's a video at the top of each page every day explaining an overview of what you're doing that day. And then aside from making it as easy as possible to understand and follow along, what's amazing for you is that most workout programs leave you with some cookie cutter workout that's geared for bodybuilders who already have a pretty low body fat percentage and they're just trying to add muscle. I'm aware you don't just want to put on muscle and end up looking bigger. And that's why this program was designed with fat loss and just simply getting lean in mind. If you've ever wanted to get rid of your belly, melt away fat from your body while getting your arms and your chest and your shoulders looking more muscular and cut, just getting lean while doing short yet super effective workouts and getting in and out of the gym, not wasting 3 hours there, this is the training plan for you. And then there's a HIIT cardio system, which is where I give you what I consider the very best HIIT training exercises for fat loss, period. And same thing as before, I'll tell you what days to include HIIT cardio, so don't even think that you're gonna have to do these every single day. I'm gonna trick you. Like I said, 15-minute HIIT sessions, 3 days per week. You'll be burning fat literally 24/7. And the best part is you don't even have to step foot on a treadmill ever again if you don't want to. And also, we've included a fat loss supplement guide, which is not only meant to keep you from wasting your money on supplements that don't work, but to show the few that will help to fast forward your progress. And to be clear, you do not need to take supplements. Guys always assume to burn fat and build muscle, they have to take a bunch. No. You'll be a fat burning machine once you start carb cycling, doing HIIT cardio, and begin the training plan. But once that's taken care of, I like to consider a quality recovery supplement or metabolic booster, the cherry on top. So this part's optional, but I wanted to include it simply because a lot of our clients ask. Now, considering all of this is included, it's probably safe to say that this program could get pretty expensive, but it's not. We believe that anybody who wants to get in shape should be able to get in shape. So don't worry about the price. We'll get to that here in a second. But first, I need to make sure you're aware of something. You're not just receiving our Fat Loss Extreme program with everything I just talked about included. You're also getting our Fat Loss Extreme at-home workout program so that you can do this from the comfort of your own home. Too many times, I hear about guys not achieving the body of their dreams because they're maybe intimidated by the gym or don't have access to one, or maybe they just don't have time to go due to their busy schedule. Well, say goodbye to all of that because, as I mentioned before, along with the 90-day calendar of the gym workouts with everything included, there's also an entirely separate 90-day calendar of our at-home workouts with videos of every single exercise, with the reps, with the sets, with the rest, and an overview video at the top of all of those days as well, so that you can do this literally from the floor of your living room. And while I'm talking about exercises to do from the floor of your living room, I might as well mention that I'm also going to be throwing in our six-pack shred. This will help you get a nice strong core, help take care of any back pain if you have any, and could even get some abs poking through, leaving you feeling more confident than you ever have when you take your shirt off at the pool or at the beach or just for your significant other. This is a super effective ab training system that delivers fast results over a progression of this 90-day period with beginner, intermediate, and advanced ab workouts, videos of every single exercise, fat shredding strategies, and diet information that can't be found anywhere else. The value of this is originally $47 on our site, but you get it free when you order Fat Loss Extreme.